Greetings from the Bimota factory in Rimini in Italy, and I'm here today to test the DB10 Bmotard, and we also had a very good look at the DBX off-road bike, which you can see to my left. And the DB10 Bmotard is sort of a super motard bike, if you like. It's filled with lots and lots of carbon fiber and superb Bimota chassis and billet aluminium parts everywhere. It's machined from one block. It's almost all the aluminium parts you can see on a B10 or any other Bimota is from one block of aluminium, and it's machined inside the factory here in Rimini.
Bimota DB10 Bmotard. Too much fun. Too many cars.
So I'm starting to think that perhaps the DB10 Bmotard is my favorite Bimota at the moment. It's not because it's the most powerful or with the most fairing or anything, but it's because it's a very light and extremely fun motorcycle. So if you want a toy that costs 21,000 euro, albeit, the DB10 Bmotard is one of the best fun bikes you can imagine. It's got a 13.5 litre fuel tank. It's quite sort of similar in that sort of specs as the Ducati Hypermotard, but obviously, as I told you, it's the carbon fiber and all the machined aluminium parts, you know, all that makes this 1,000 times more exclusive. So definitely worth a lot more than your standard Hypermotard. It's got a fairly high seat position. And as you'd expect from a proper motard, well, it's not you know, it's not your KTM competition motard, because after all, it's got an L-twin engine from Ducati, the DS1100, and 95 horsepower. So it's not your single-cylinder featherweight bike. This one weighs about 175 kilos, and with 95 brake horsepower. It really moves anyway, and what impresses me the most is there's no traction control, no riding maps, nothing like that, no electronics as such. It's also got fuel injection, but that's about it. It's you get a very direct feel with the throttle. So you move the throttle, the bike you know, lifts, it sits down on the rear suspension and lifts on the front, and you know, very easy wheelie bike, very easy stoppy bike. stunt bike. All in all, it's perfect for stunting because you got such a good feel with both the front wheel and the rear wheel. So it's obviously got 17-inch wheels and 120 tires in front and 180 55/17 rear tire. Basically, it's a proper beast of a motard, you know, air-cooled twin, L-twin from Ducati, and it's got a beautiful tune and with B.Motard's Arrow exhaust, and you don't really need traction control on this sort of motorcycle because your right hand is completely directly linked with the rear tire, so you just feel that whatever you do with the throttle, even from cold, you just lift, and you can just feel the bike so well sinking down on the rear suspension and the front lifting, and you've got so much suspension travel that you got such a good feel with both the rear and the front tire, and that's exactly how a motard should be. That's how it should be. And so some of that is back to basics for Bimota, but it's just a beautiful bike. And the chassis and all the carbon fiber parts, weighs about 375 kilos perhaps, the Bimotard DB10, and it's just beautiful. And the ride, it's a hardcore riding position, proper motard, quite high. You can push yourself really far forward, which is very good when you want to put some weight onto the front to really sharp corners. And all in all, it's just a fantastic motorcycle. Brilliant chassis, brilliant suspension, beautiful finish, beautiful sublime finish. And it feels so light and so easy to control, so fantastic, the DB10 from Bimota. Ciao.
Bimota.
Now let's move over to the DBX. So this Bimota DBX, it's a proper monster. It's a proper man's bike. You get hair on your chest just sitting on this one. Kongsberg rally just a few days ago, and he had set the fastest time in his class on Friday and ended up 4th overall over the whole weekend. But this is dripping with, you know, it's got Erlins, TTX, monster front fork, and the same in the rear shock from Erlins as well. It's got the same sort of engine specs, apart from different gearing, of course. It's geared towards off-roading, so you got massive knobby tires here. But these are competition knobby tires, so this is not the same as you will get if you buy one. The DBX is will retail in Italy at €24,000, so I think it's pretty much the most expensive and exclusive off-road motorcycle you can imagine. But it just looks fantastic. It really looks good. You've obviously got your wind stone protection and knobby tires, different suspension, different chassis. It's adjusted with different aluminium parts to make the wheelbase longer and to fit the ergonomics of an off-road bike. And the seat is different as well from the DB10 Bmotard. But fuel tank, engine, exhaust on the rear end is exactly the same as on the DB10 Bmotard. So basically, I'm going home from Rimini this time really wanting a DB10 Bmotard. So I have to start saving up now, and perhaps I can afford one in 10 years, but it's beautiful. So if you can afford €21,000 for a fun Bmotard, then I recommend the DB10. Thank you. Ciao from Rimini. Really hot. But I think it's better for me to do it for far away. I'm like a big film crew, so I have 2 cameras.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Tarantino.
Yeah.